Calculate the average waiting time and average turnaround time using the first come first serve algorithm for the following snapshot and draw the chain chart. So here we are going to have a process listed, arrival time is given and burst time is given. So let's draw the chain chart. Okay. So according to first term first serve algorithm, so when we have seen the arrival time 0, there are no other process in the queue. So we have a process P1. So we have process P1 as given to the CPU, so which has burst time of 6. Okay. So first come first serve. So that means with the process whichever has come first in the queue will be the first one to enter the queue. So by the time of 6 seconds, so we can see by the time 6 seconds when the process P1 has finished execution, see all the other processes have already entered the ready queue. So P2 and P3 have entered at time 3 and P4 has entered at time 5. Okay. So now we have process P1 which has finished its execution. So rest of the process according to criteria, the process whichever has entered first in the queue will be the first one to enter the CPU. So we'll be taking process P2, okay, though both of them have arrived at the same time. So we assume, okay, so that process P2 has little bit entered first. Okay, there may be minute difference in the queue form. So P2 has been given first. Okay, so that will take 11 seconds. Next process P3, which will take 3 seconds. So it will be 14. Then process P4, so which will take 5 seconds, so it will be 19. Always you have to see to that the total time when you take a summation of all these burst time, it should be 19, which should be matching with this particular total. Okay, so now you can also choose sometimes. Okay, so this with P2 and P3 have come at the same time. Okay, so we can decide sometimes. So P3 has come first, so we can take even process P3 and P2. Even this problem is correct. Okay, so now let's calculate waiting time. So previous problem we have not seen arrival time, so there is a slight difference in calculating the waiting time for the process. So process P1 has did not wait to enter the CPU, so its waiting time is 0. So arrival time is also 0. So always we have to subtract that with arrival time. So 0 minus 0 will be 0. Then process P2 have started at 6. Okay, so but it arrived at 3. So you need to subtract that from 3. So P2 has waited for 3 seconds. Then P3 have started at 11. Okay, so which had arrived at 3. So you need to take that. Okay, so 11 minus 3 will be 8. Then P4 has started at 14. Okay, so which has arrived at a 5. So it will be 9. Okay, so now when you are taking the summation of this average waiting time, okay, so that will be equal to 0 plus 3 plus 8 plus 9 divided by total number of processes, that is equal to 4. So which will be getting as 20 divided by 4, which is equal to 5. So your average waiting time will be 5. So now turnaround time. Okay, so the turnaround time will be the time between the job submission and job completion. Okay, so process P1, okay, has completed at 6 seconds. Okay, so which had arrived at 6. So the turnaround time for process P1 is 6. Then turnaround time for P2 is 11, which has completed at 11. It came at 3, so it will be equal to 8. Then P3 has completed at 14, but it arrived at 3, which will be equal to 11. Then P4 has completed at 19, which has arrived at 5, which will be equal to 14. Okay, so when I'm calculating the average turnaround time, so we have to take, okay, so 6 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14 total divided by 4, which will be equal to 39 divided by 4, which will be equal to 9.7 milliseconds. So we have got average waiting time as 5 and average turnaround time to be 9.7